Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy, Sirr of the 2020 Podcast, LLC. Please say the LLC. And before you listen to this episode, I just got to let you know, I need you to stop what you're doing. Go to blkrenaissance.com, and I need you to shop for the culture. That's right. Anytime you use the promo code LLC20 at Black Renaissance Clothing's website, you will get 20% off your order. Off rip, no questions asked. So do me a favor and do it for the culture. Peace.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Sade with Black on Black Rhymes. Step to the mic.
Mic check.
People always ask me where I get my confidence from, and I get it from inside. It's an inside thing, y'all. And when it comes to beautiful skin, I rock with BlerdOver by India, where her motto is, be confident in your skin. She has a variety of naturally made soaps to keep you smelling good, hair products for long, luscious, healthy hair, and even beard products for men. You know, we got to keep those struggle beards away. So visit BlerdOverByIndia.com and use promo 2020skin to get 10% off your order. Thank you, BlerdOver by India, for being a sponsor of the 2020 Podcast, LLC. Please say the LLC.
Hey, this is Butter So Fly of Powerlines Poetry, here to let you know anytime I feel good, I have to look good, so you have to listen to me. Make sure you go to gurudesigns.com, use a 3 instead of an E. The website is great, so you can get something for yourself, and then she makes custom clothes for men too. And guess what? I got a promo code for you. Use 20/20 and it'll get you 15% off of any order $25 or more. You can't beat that. Go to gurudesigns.com.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Okay, we lit it just like a fuse, so no need to pick and choose. Welcome to 2020, where we do more than interviews. The hottest be coming through, jumping knowledge on all of you. Get a peek at the front of you with the truth that they offer you. Yeah, hands up, we doing it for the culture. To give artists and businesses more exposure. Keeping it real and stay silent just like a boulder. It's about to go all the way down, can't get no lower. Chasing my dreams, know that they get no slower. But if I stay running, I promise they getting closer. Moreover, success my older. And if you're sleeping on me, I'm waking them up like Folgers. I told you, coming from the land with the tide roll. Well, we'll be on a whole different vibe though. We like to ride slow and keep our windows tinted so you really can see us like Stevie Wonder waking up with his eyes closed. Yeah, got the kind of flow that rock the boat. On my 16s of pounds of dough. And if you figure you can hang with me on the mic, then grab some rope. Matter of fact, better grab some hope. While you at it, we keep it live, it's time to tune in. Turn up the sound on what you're using. It goes so hard, I think it's bruising. The show is 2020, no need to zoom in. Yeah.
Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy, Sirr of the 2020 Podcast, LLC. Please say the LLC. And today I'm working with podcast family here. You know, here in Alabama, we all about networking, especially when it comes to my fraternity of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated.
Hey.
And today we got BlerdOver in the building. Skip.88 in here kicking it with your boy. What's good, bro?
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? How y'all doing today?
Man, look, before we even get cracking, I just want to say thank you for taking time out your day to do this interview, man. Look, it's a pleasure. I've been a fan, and sad to say, like I was telling you before we did this interview, I didn't even know you was a bruh until somebody slid it in my, you know what I'm saying, in my little inbox, bruh. So,
yeah.
So shout out to bruhs making connections, man. Go mob, you know?
Go mob.
Hey, so let's go ahead and get cracking. Let's get cracking. For those that don't know, you know what I'm saying, let's go ahead and get this out the way. So Skip, if anybody wanted to know what BlerdOver was about, what would you tell them?
Oh, that's easy, man. BlerdOver is a LLC nonprofit organization that I started, and it is to benefit and to support and uplift the POC and African Americans in the nerd community. Basically, you know, if you was picked on, if you was bullied, you was harassed for liking anime, for liking Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers from your childhood, and you like it now. If you like to cosplay, this organization was started for those people who was bullied in elementary to college, and people still get bullied. So BlerdOver was made for people like myself of color who love everything about the nerd community.
Hey, that is, you make it sound so eloquent, bro. So let me
I try my best.
You know what I'm saying? Sexual chocolate, everybody. But if how long have you been the driving force behind BlerdOver? Like, how long has it been an entity?
Man, going on so far, it's going to be 2 years in the game, but so much has happened from when I started in September the 29th of 2019 to now, man. It's been like so many stuff have, been happening for me. And it's kind of amazing how's it going because honestly, I really think people wasn't gonna mess with the idea too much because being a black nerd, because it wasn't cool back then being a nerd then because you was picked on, bullied, and talked about. But now it's kind of astounding to find more people who was like me. And in the world, we all have different stories, but we all always have the same outcome of what we've been through as being a black nerd. But man, it's just a blessing, and you got to appreciate the stuff that you did to get you where you are right now, because I never thought I'll be on like anybody's podcast talking about what I do. So that's amazing and a blessing in itself.
Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Now, let's go to the beginning a little bit. We
All
kind
right.
of hit on it a little bit when you talked about back when, in the early days, it wasn't as cool to be a nerd. You couldn't talk about anime, what I'm saying, without getting ridiculed. So tell me what inspired you to start BlerdOver, given what it meant to be a nerd and being black in our community a few years ago. What inspired
Right.
you to be like, you know what? I'm about to jump in front of this.
Oh man, it's because my shout out to my homeboy, Static Jones cosplay, baby bang. He like doing that. But he introduced me into the cosplay community, and I went to my first convention, which was Magic City Con in Hoover, Alabama, and I cosplayed as the Riddler. So from there, I just seen everybody in these awesome cosplays and like, dang, I found the home. And then me being African American, people saying like, oh, okay, you a black Riddler. I was like, okay, I know what color I am, but I am the Riddler. So, and then from there going to Dragon Con, and then now I'm seeing all these awesome black cosplayers, and people will come up to them and say, dude, you are a awesome black Batman, or you are a black Superman, you are a great black Goku. I was like, dang, we know we black, so why do you have to put the color? That's caused by the character. That's all we want. And from then on, and then they're saying the dark side of it, saying people like, there's no such thing as a Goku. There's no such thing as a black Naruto, and seeing all the hate and the racism, it's kind of like, dang, this is kind of like a world I want to be away from. But now the world I want to be away from has made its way into the nerd community. So from that point on, I was kind of like, okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make something for black nerds if everybody want to play that route, and make everybody of the POC and African American community in the nerd community to feel safe at home by making BlerdOver. They could come out, be themselves, find other people, network that look like them, and just have a good time and not being judged and not having the color put on their cosplay or the color put of what they're doing.
I love that, bro. I love that, because you're right. Plenty of times we always, when we try to break through barriers, we get this asterisk next to what we do instead of just being the greatness we are. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I appreciate you bringing that to light. So let me ask you this, aside from what we just discussed, people trying to enforce these, I don't even want to say limitations, but these
you can say that right. Yeah. You're right. These limitations, you're right.
They're placing these on those. What other obstacles did you encounter along the way of getting BlerdOver to this point?
Man, it was just like getting the name out there, and doing everything by yourself is kind of a good thing, but it's also a curse because you have to do everything. You have to depend on yourself. You have to make connections. You have to go out and find people, to make merch. You have to find the people to interview, to find ways to get your name out there more. And the struggle that was a good little struggle for a while until I found some people to be in my corner to actually help me and to support what I'm doing. I found that group for a minute, but it's hard. It was hard because I found the group of people that I thought, and then it started to go downhill. And of course, everybody say, once you get a group of black people together, they can't do nothing because it's always something. You always have people in your group that's out to get you, that's out for you, that's not for you. And it kind of happened, but that kind of discouraged me because, you know, I thought I found the right group of people to help me to get this out more, but people had other agendas that they want to do. And they basically thought, you know, using my name, using my brand as clout to get them where they want to go. So I had to let them go. And then, you know, I went out, search again, and started the group. Same motive. People had other agendas using my name as clout. So had to let that go. So for a while, it's kind of like, this is why they say Black people can't, you know, get along and, you know, do something great together, because you always have that, people always have that crab in a bucket mentality. And if people don't understand what that means, it's basically like you have a crab getting out of a bucket and you have this other crab trying to hold this crab down from getting out because they want to be on the same level. Like, if you being so great, nah, that's not going to happen because I want to be where you at, but you're not taking me with you. So I'm going to bring you back down to my level. And, for me, I just kept persevering, kept pushing through, and our motto, culture for service, service for humanity. So I kept that in my mind the whole time. That's like the really basis of BlerdOver. We are a people frat, and BlerdOver is for the people. And ever since then, I got it out. I made some great people. People now started to reach out to me saying, they like what I'm doing. I want to be a part. I want to help. And now I got the right group, and now it's going to where I wanted to go, and we all vibing, communication, we all helping each other out, and it's a beautiful thing. I'm glad I found these right people now to make BlerdOver go far.
You know what? That says a lot that you didn't give up, because usually after that first or second time, people are like, you know what? I'm done with people. I'm done. And not to say you didn't maybe go through it, because we all go through that kind of wax and wane period of ups and downs when it comes to being a business owner, because it's no joke. A lot of people think, oh, you start a business, it's, you recognize by people, it's all uphill from here. Nah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So kudos to you for hanging on and not letting those people tear down your ambition. That happens to people. So the fact that you defeated that twice says a lot about your perseverance, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know about them 12 inches. I'm gonna stop there. But
we saying too much right now, but I feel it.
All right. So let me ask my next question here. Now, you are more than a business owner. You know what I'm saying? You're a man. So you obviously have to juggle different hats and different titles. So how do you manage to balance, being a media platform, working full time, and then just having your own personal life? So how do you juggle those three?
Oh man, for me being my job, being an officer, that's my main job. That's how I make my, my bread and butter, just to pay everything off. And then from there, once I'm off the clock, I'm off the clock. Then I get into the mind mode of while I'm at work, I actually think about things like, okay, so what's next for BlerdOver? What can I do? Who can I interview? What can I do more to get the culture out there? And then once I get off work, that's when I get in a grind mode. Then once I come up with those ideas and those ways to do more stuff, I got that, write it down, or put it on my calendar. Then after that, I kind of shut that off, and I just vibe out. This year, watch anime, play my game, talk to my friends, and that's it.
All right. It sounds like you make time for each one of those things, and that's the key right there. You can't let things overtake you. You got to find that time for yourself and the time for what you inspire to help to make grow. You got to put in those, that effort. All right. So I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, because I want to know a little bit more, over these last couple of years, especially with the panorama happening. I don't like to use the real P word, but especially since this whole little COVID situation. What has been the most memorable moment so far of owning and being, the proprietor of BlerdOver? Has there been one moment where you've been like, you know what, this is why I do it?
Oh man, it's been so many moments, and people may not think these are big moments, but these little moments always count for something, because once you accept and and you are blessed by these little moments, you'll know how to accept when you get that major accomplishments, because you accepted these little accomplishments. But man, that's from true story. I had somebody, like, somebody. It was from she was from England across the sea, and she heard about what I was doing, and she reached out. And she's like, I love what you're doing. I like what you're doing. It's really cool. I wish we had something like this over here in the UK. I was like, okay, cool. And then when she said that, she said, do you got a shirt? I was like, yeah, I got a couple of shirts. I was like, why, what's up? She said, I'd like to get one. So I'm like, wait, you got a boy from Birmingham, Alabama, a country Bama, and a simple idea that I had in my head. Now you want me to send it over to the UK, to across seas. That's based off a simple idea. She said, yeah. I was like, okay, so just send me your address because I send it to you. And she's like, shoot, she sent me the address. I got a shirt, asked for her size, put it in there. I add more items and I sent it off. And that was kind of funny because I was like, damn, this is not United States. So I had to read this address right. Cause I was like, huh. Right. All right then. So I wrote her back. It's like, hey, is this the right address? She was like, yeah. I was like, are you sure? I was like, okay. I was like, God, please let it get over there. If it's not, my search somewhere across seas. I don't know who got it, but it's over there. So she got the shirt. She took it. Like when I send stuff out, I don't ask. I'm saying, hey, it's your shirt. Do with it as you please. If you want to take a picture in and then post it, cool. If you don't, cool. I'm just grateful and blessed for you just asked for a shirt, Right. And when she got it and took a picture, I was like, damn, that's crazy. I was like, so I actually have a shirt overseas. And not too many people, not to brag, but not too many people can actually say it's like, hey, I sent something overseas and somebody's actually wearing it and actually supporting the idea. So if somebody like me from Birmingham, Alabama could do it, there's no excuse for somebody who's listening to this podcast right now that your dreams can't become reality. Huh. And then from that until other people from other countries ask, I was like, how am I getting out there to other countries? Like, are y'all really supporting or like what's going on? People's like, no, bro, we actually messing with the idea that you're doing because I was, I'm a blerd, I'm a nerd. I was picked on and talked about over here. And I just love seeing your posts, love seeing your interviews, how you engage people, how you just like to hear their stories. And we like to support. So from England to Germany to Africa and all these people from across seas wanted my shirt. So I sent them across seas. And that right there kind of took me all the way out. I was kind of like, bro, that is crazy. Like that's to reach somebody from across the sea and I'm in the United States. That's crazy. Off of a simple idea for being a Black nerd and just support other Black people of this community.
Man, and keep going. You better not stop, bro. You better not stop.
Man, I mean, and that's to be honest though, bro. Sometimes I have thought about giving up this because kind of like, because you get so much high peak, and then you got to realize sometimes you get a crash course, kind of like, all right, bro, do I still want to keep doing this? And like, but you do have moments like that, but like you just got to keep pushing through because man, you are actually doing something for a greater good. You are actually doing something for the culture, for the community that you've been a part of so long, but you never knew how to identify yourself in this community until that word came up, blerd. So it has been days kind of I have been struggling, but I just gotta keep pushing because from stuff for people asking for my shirts across seas to people sending me emotional messages to people sending me gifts just because what I'm doing those are things that matter. And that's having people to say, it was an honor, or having people like when you asked me to interview me, I was kind of like, I ain't really know better to interview, but I'm honored that somebody want to talk to me and have me on their show. And hearing people say that to me is kind of like, damn, I really am doing something good. So I just kept that. Those are things that kind of keep me going day by day.
Hey, and it's funny when you're just consistent and believe in what you do, your name and your work will make a way for you. You know what I'm saying? Like it will.
Say that.
You because your name got to me. Like I was saying, you got to me through a bro who I was just having a conversation with, and I had recently interviewed him and he was like, oh, if you got me, you definitely got to get him. And I was like, I followed, bro. Like I had no clue, bro. And I was just like, bet, say less. Say less. I hit you up that same day. That
Yeah.
same day I hit you up. So yeah, it's keep going, bro. Your name is being talked about in rooms you have no idea about.
And that's and then like I tell people that say, man, y'all stop capping. Don't tell me that. I said, don't tell me that. Because like, bro, it's kind of like unreal. Like it's I wish I could tell people the experience because man, it's a humbling experience because I don't want to ever get the big head and be above myself, but I kind of like, damn, like you said, like people talk about me in other rooms, kind of like, nah, I don't believe it. I was like, y'all just trying to say this, put a smile on my face. I was kind of like, nah, I don't believe that for real. But then again, you got to be like, no, bro, you really out there. People really know about you and your brand, so we not capping.
Yeah, straight up, bro. From all the way from Mobile, just wanted to leave that tidbit there. So my next question. Hey, my next question is what I call the long-term question, because this kind of forces us to look ahead, you know. So where would you like to see yourself as a business owner and with BlerdOver? Where would you like to see yourself in the next 1 year, in the next 3 years, and then in the next 10 years?
Yeah, that's a tough question. Feel like I'm on Oprah. All right. So the 1 year, man, it's just to get the brand out there and get it, get like a good solid foundation of what we actually do. And just to let people know, like, hey, if you need a home, I know about this group called BlerdOver. They are very welcoming and accepting of people of color that are nerds. So you should go check them out. And the plan is to have an annual event here in Birmingham for like the Ronald McDonald House to visit sick kids, or Children's Hospital to dress up as their favorite superheroes, anime characters, princesses, and just go spend a day with them and just let them know, you could do this as well. Keep up the good fight. Never give up on yourself. And, we just want to inspire them and just to show them a good time. And from there, the 3-year plan is just to hopefully get sponsors, to have a Black convention here in Birmingham, Alabama, a all Black nerd convention here in Birmingham. And from 10 years, that's the hope that's the hope and pray is still around. People still know the name of BlerdOver. And wherever God got plans for them from this time until the 10 years, I hope, it's a blessing and it keeps going and going.
That is, bro. My final question. And you kind of hit on this earlier, so I want you to expound a little bit more. The hardest thing to do is to take your idea and share it with the world, but you did it successfully. What word of encouragement would you have for somebody who has an idea, but they're afraid to act on
it? That's funny. And what I'm gonna say next, it's gonna be confusing, but when I first heard this, it kind of made sense. Fail at it, because once you fail at it, you're gonna keep the same idea but find a different way to go to get it. And it was a preacher, he had a sermon that said, I hope you fail. And every time he say you hope you fail, he gave a history lesson of famous people. He said, I hope you fail. Michael Jordan was cut from the JV basketball team. Look at him now, 5 championship rings, and he got his own pair of shoes. I hope you fail. Anita Baker sent her records out to all the producer companies in the world, and somebody wrote her back saying, don't quit your day job. And look what happened to Anita Baker. Luther Vandross, he said Luther Vandross was booed off the Apollo 3 times. Yeah, that's got to be something bad if you got booed off Apollo 3 times back in the old days. You kind of like, dude, you need to give up. But he said he got booed off, but guess what? A chair wouldn't be a chair if Luther's not sitting there. In that match, he said, I hope you fail. If you fail, is it gonna make you or is it gonna break you? If it break you, you was never meant to do in the first place. But if you keep going and if you keep your mind on your mission, you're gonna make it. So I hope you fail.
Whew. I heard that, bro. I heard that. And I know everybody who's listening / watching caught that. I almost started shouting. But
Man, don't do that. Man, once I heard that, boy, I thought I fainted. I was like, I need a fan.
One of the Martin Luther King fans.
Okay. Man, what?
Brother, let me say this. Thank you again for taking time out your day to do this interview from a person who's a fan of yours. Before I actually started the 2020 podcast, I actually came across your page and was like, what? Follow. Follow. So, brother, don't give up. Keep going. So if anybody wanted to get in contact with you, where it be about, nerd life, whether it be about Blerd, whether it be about cosplay, or they just might have a question about business, what's the best way to get in contact with you?
Oh man, that's easy. If you want to reach out to me, you can find me on all platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. All you gotta type in is the 2 words BlerdOver. You can find us at BlerdOver19@gmail.com. I also have my phone number on the Instagram page if you want to get in contact with me about anything. And that's it. I'm not that hard to find. I'm easy to talk to. If you want to talk about anything, just hit me up. I'm very humble, will not turn you away. Only thing I ask, you be respectful, don't be rude, and understand each other's opinions, because everybody has a right to an opinion. It's just take up to the bigger person not to argue and do stupid stuff. Because you can agree to disagree without doing something ignorant.
Hey, and there it is. Skip.88 in the building. Brother, thank you again. And with that being said, we are out.
Y'all take care.